So there's this new fan-made Pokemon game called Pokemon Uranium. Some of you guys may not have heard of it or may not even have played it, and that's probably because Nintendo came down hard on the developers of Pokemon Uranium. If you guys don't know, Pokemon Uranium was a fan-made Pokemon game that has been 9 years in development. So it's been like development for a long ass time, right? And after its release, Pokemon Uranium gained a lot of media and a lot of popularity. This obviously did not sit well with Nintendo and all their greedy asses. It did not sit well. They took it on themselves to attack the developers, well, not physically, legally. They threatened the developers of Pokemon Uranium to delete all downloads from their website, basically destroying the entire game. And by the way, Pokemon Uranium was a free fan-made game. They did not earn any money on this game. Well, maybe if they got some donations, but that's not official. So they did not earn any money on this game. And basically it's kind of free press for the Pokemon series, right? It's free press, it's spreading the word of Pokemon. Why did Nintendo choose to close this fan game down? Basically delete it off the internet. Of course they can. If you just type in Pokemon Uranium download, then I'm pretty sure you can find a pirated link to download from, but you didn't hear that from me. But why did they basically try to delete this game off of everything, off of every single place on the internet? So basically Nintendo thought that this new fan-made Pokemon game was going to hurt their sales of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Just let that sink in. A fan-made game for the Pokemon series. Nintendo, the official Nintendo, the guys that create the Pokemon games, felt threatened that their official Pokemon licensed game was going to be, I guess, worse, well not worse, are going to be affected by this fan-made game. That's insane. And here's an example if you don't really understand the gist of it. I've done a few Bethesda things on my channel, so let me give you an example from there. When Bethesda finally releases the Elder Scrolls 6 or is about to release Elder Scrolls 6, they go back to all their previous games and disable all their modding features. Disable, you can no longer mod Skyrim. It will be blocked. Because they think that the new graphically enhanced modded Skyrim is going to hurt their sales. It's basically the same thing. This isn't the first time Nintendo has done something like this. Just go like a few years back, and even now, Nintendo is still hitting hard on copyright on YouTube. You don't even dare to post anything from Nintendo and that shit's gonna get copyrighted. This kind of policy from these big ass companies really shows you what kind of company they are. A lot of the other companies will never do such a thing because they know it will hurt them in the long run. They will hurt their reputation, and it's basically just a fucking scumbag thing to do. Now if you think Nintendo is totally in the wrong here, legally they're not in the wrong. Legally they have 100% right to take this game down. But I just think that morally it's just a scummy thing to do. Now this just shows what Nintendo really favors. What Nintendo really cares about. The fans or the money. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say they probably don't care about the fans as much as they care about the money. And I know I'm gonna get attacked from this because there's a lot of Nintendo fanboys out there who can't take any criticism of their company. Oh my god, and the thing is, if they really wanted to take this game down to make sure none of their sales would ever hurt in no possible way, which they actually would not be hurt. They would never be hurt from the making of this game. But if they really wanted to take it down, the only thing they had to do is don't do shit. If you do something, it's a big company is attacking a small development crew from this tiny little game. This game is gonna get ton and ton of ton of popularity. I will bet you guys that this game became 10 times more popular when this game was attacked by Nintendo. If you don't talk about it, it will die down. This game is 10 times more popular now because Nintendo attacked it. There's hundreds of download links on the internet, just not from the official site. Nintendo really need to amp up their online practices or their community practice, I don't know, because this just ain't gonna fly. I know this was a late video, kind of a late topic, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I think it was bullshit and I never got to talk about it.